Drouin, what are you drinking? Is there any way you can share that with the rest of the team? Because somehow it seems you're the only one who could find the back of the net right now. Who would have guessed that? Where are the goals? Jeez. Okay, guys, so the Habs are 3 games into the regular season. They're supposed to be an offensively dynamic team, and so far, we haven't even seen a glimpse of that. So in today's video, we're going to talk all about the forwards, okay? Forget about the defense for now. I know they've been nothing special either. I mean, just last night, they had a hippopotamus like Ryan Reaves streak in and split the D at one point. Like, what the hell? Ryan Reaves? What is going on here? But first, before we begin throwing mashed potatoes at the wall, if you're a fan of the Habs, or you hate it when Yoel Armia tells you to shh, then please consider subscribing to my channel as I upload a ton of hockey content and would really enjoy having some more of you grasshoppers tag along for the ride. Now look, I know it's a long season, okay? It's just a few games in, yada, yada, yada. But from this small sample size that we have, I'm struggling to find any positives here. It's not good. I mean, losing to Buffalo. What? That should be 2 points in the bank. And then you go back home for the home opener, and the energy from the packed house at the Bell Center is unreal. And you thank the fans that showed up by playing one of the most boring first periods of hockey that I've ever seen. And for a cherry on top, you lose the game 3-1. What is Dominique Ducharme telling Jake Allen right now? Is he calling him aside and being like, look, bro, I know you're under a lot of pressure right now with Price out of the mix, but the boys, they like to score 1 goal a game, so the rest of the work falls on your shoulders. And if you can't figure out how to come up with at least 50 shutouts this season, then we're probably not going to make the playoffs. I'm not asking for much here, Jake. For God's sake, Jake! Anyway, I'm not exactly a big fan of the lineup here. In fact, the only line that I'm even liking right now is the Drouin, Dvorak, and Josh Anderson line. Everything else is just repulsive. So let's get this line up on the screen here, and I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel about each forward right now. I know, that's a scary thought, ain't it? But here it goes. Keep in mind, this is based on just 3 games, so lower your weapons. The first line of last night's game was Christian Dvorak between Jonathan Drouin and Josh Anderson, and I'm pretty sure Dom considers this his first line right now, as, it's the only line that scored a goal so far during the season, with Jonathan Drouin getting 2. Drouin has looked really good. I mean, the guy already has the same amount of goals that he had last season, but in 41 less games. Not too shabby. Christian Dvorak looks pretty good. He came as advertised, and Big Josh Anderson has been Big Josh Anderson. You see, this line is fine right now, as they're the only ones doing anything. Moving on though, and this is where the problem begins. Last night we saw a line of Nick Suzuki between Yoel Armia and Cole Caulfield, and I don't even know what to say here. This is a strange looking line if you ask me. Yoel Armia, sorry, bud, you're not top 6 material. And I don't think he should be getting a lot of power play time either, but clearly Dom sees something that I don't. Nick Suzuki and our little bundle of joy, Cole Caulfield, have been equally disappointing. They just look flat out lost right now, alright? It's bad. They've been held off the score sheet. Caulfield has been getting a lot of shots, but none of them are going in, and he's been fumbling the puck a bit. And it's almost like he looks a little nervous out there. You know, he's got that look in his eyes like he's about to shit his pants sometimes when he gets the puck on his stick. But hey, the guy is under a lot of pressure right now, and I'm sure once he makes some adjustments here, he's going to be fine. Come on, it's Caulfield. Yeah. And to be fair, his line mates haven't looked any better either. Our boy Suzuki has been mostly unnoticeable. And I'm just waiting on these guys to snap out of it. On to the third line now. Last night, the third line was Jake Evans between Tyler Toffoli-Ravioli and Brendan Gallagher. And Toffoli is another one of the guys that looks lost right now. But the silver lining here is he's a streaky player, and once he does get a goal, that's going to be the game changer for him. And I know what you're thinking, huh? When do the Habs play Vancouver again? because that could really turn things around for Toffoli. God, who made the schedule? Jake Evans, I'm not even going to rip on him too much here because he's playing exactly the way I expected him to play. It's Jake Evans. He did get a couple of chances last night, which unfortunately didn't amount to jack diddly squat. So let's put him to the side here and talk about Brendan Gallagher, because this is where things get really interesting. The effort is there, as it usually is. The guy is crashing the net. He's playing good along the boards, but other than that, nothing is happening. And I've got a weird feeling that this could be a difficult year for him, Trying to find new line mates that complement his game, etc., etc. He spent the last few years alongside Phil Deneau and Thomas Tatar, and this trio was Montreal's top line. And now this season, Gallagher is the last man standing of that line. I don't know. I don't even know what to say about Gallagher anymore. All I know is it ain't looking good early on into the season. Now, as for the fourth line, geez, I can make a 20-minute video ripping on these guys, but I'm not, okay? Because I don't really expect a whole lot from these guys either. Just saying. Also, I'm just going to throw this out there. I think the lines are going to be a lot different heading into the next game. I think we might get to see Adam Brooks crack the lineup. Maybe Mike Hoffman suits up. And who knows, maybe even Sami Niku or Matthias Norlinder plays a game on the back end. Because somebody has to give these guys a spark. Something's got to change. I'm not sure if any of these guys can be a difference maker. We're all kind of hoping that Mike Hoffman is going to come in and just be like, hey boys, hop on the shoulders. I got this. But don't get your hopes up. Anyway, guys, I'm sure we're all equally disappointed in the first 3 games of the season. Let's hope something changes in Game 4 against the San Jose Sharks. Maybe their offense explodes. A guy can dream. A guy can dream. Let me know your thoughts down there in the comment section. What is going on with this team? And hey, I'll see you next time.